Hi everyone, I'm Gladi Cologne.
And I'm Laura Hartman.
And you're watching another episode of Brand New Day on Be Well TV. Catch us here every Thursday for a brand new episode. Today we are talking about an awesome topic, no better topic and more appropriate than wellness lifestyle.
Yes.
Self-care. I feel like it's so appropriate, also considering that we're on Be Well TV.
Yes, definitely.
And
we haven't had a couple episodes for a few weeks because we've been in quite a busy grind and we've had to really address our wellness lifestyle a little bit and that work-life balance and make some decisions about how to balance a schedule and, just how to make it all work. So
today we're dialing it back a bit.
Yes, we are.
To find that work-life balance.
Yeah, definitely.
We are inspired by an article that we just published. It's by Wellness Lifestyle at Home. And if you want to check out the article, it is it's an article inspired by the founders of this company out of Orlando, Florida. The founders are Esteban Gonzalez and co-founder Augustina Harris. They basically started a company in Orlando where they bring spa-style or self-care services to your home.
Yes.
It's a great platform. You can book your appointments online. It's pretty easy to navigate through. And then the care provider comes to your home, or the technician or whoever it is, the instructor, and they can provide basically an array of services at your home.
Such a cool concept, and I'm so glad to see that they've created this. They are just such another perfect example of, number one, what our platform set out to do from the beginning is to shine light on innovators, of people that have really niche professional services and talents, and redefining their lives and taking that and turning it into their own niche business. And these particular individuals were, really at the top of their class, working in a luxury 5-star resort here in Orlando at one of the very best, my favorite spa in Orlando, if you can figure out what I'm talking about. And just like so many of us, lost their job one day and decided to take all of that knowledge and all of that expertise that they had and create their own brand and build something with it. And wellness is such an important topic these days, as we know. And, we're here representing Be Well TV, and what an amazing, initiative that they started when they started this network, and Wellness Lifestyle at Home really fits right into that. And so we really wanted to just kind of dive into, talking more about what they've built and some of the advice that they have provided us to share with our audience. So.
Yes, so they came up with 5 pro tips for mind, body, and soul wellness. So we're going to go through those today. I've got the first one. And then if you stay tuned to the whole episode, Laura and I have a fun lightning round that we've prepared for each other towards the end. So you definitely stay tuned for that.
Surprises for one another, I have a feeling.
But the first pro tip, which I think is very important, is to eat well. It's very simple. And they share with us that research supports a diet of highly processed foods with little nutrients play a significant impact on not only your body, but also your mind. Good nutrition allows you to feel good from the inside out. How many times do we eat bad just because we're on the go? And then we actually just end up feeling worse because what we consumed out of the hot box earlier in the day.
Exactly. And being in hospitality, that is such an easy habit to fall into and trap to fall into, is we tend to put our health and our wellness on the back burner because we're so focused on just running, 1,000 miles a minute and doing whatever our guests need. And it's so easy to realize that, oh my gosh, it's 1 o'clock. I've not even stopped to eat a snack or have lunch. And
how about, oh my gosh, it's 4 or 5 o'clock.
Right. Exactly. And we tend to just grab whatever's in front of us off that, coffee break station in the back, or refueling a million cups of coffee. We're both Red Bull, sugar-free Red Bull fanatics. I know we've both been, guilty of having a fridge in our office stocked with Red Bull. I've got to have my Diet Coke. I'm usually popping a Diet Coke by 10 a.m. Just so unhealthy, but it's just, important to remember that we need to change those habits.
Right. And so I keep a little snack drawer, but I try not to fill it with just all bad snacks, right? So I've got some healthy snacks in there. One of my go-tos is like mixed nuts.
Okay.
And none of the sugary stuff, just plain mixed nuts, because that can usually keep me good for like a couple of hours. And then I also find it to be helpful to keep a large, like 30 or 40 ounce container, one of those recyclable tumblers on my desk for water.
Yeah.
Because if I fill it in the morning, then I'll feel better as I go along throughout my day. But if I don't have that, and I hate to say it, but I'm lazy enough to not get up and get myself water. So starting the day with at least a 32 ounce tumbler on my desk helps me at least feel better about having that Red Bull at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's probably the most important thing you can do, and certainly a good habit that I tell myself every single day. I'm going to drink tons of water today, and then I never do. But I know I need to do that. But
all right,
I'm actually trying something new next week. I've ordered myself. I don't know if you've heard on the radio that squeeze.com juice cleanse that everyone's raging about. Well, I heard on the radio too many times, and I decided I'm going to try it. And I just decided, okay, I've been back to work for 3 months now. I'm starting to see some unhealthy habits creep back in, and I ordered it. It's at my house. It's in my fridge. All my little bottles are all lined up, and next week I'm going to do a 3-day juice cleanse, and we're going to see what happens. But
I'm going to be there along for you. I'm going to be along for the ride.
Posted. Yeah, if I'm a little cranky, they say day 2 is the worst. If I'm a little cranky come next Tuesday or Wednesday, you're going to know why.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so tip number 2, I love this one. Be thankful for every day.
Yeah, yes.
All right, they say take time to practice gratitude. How clever, simple, and clever is that?
Yeah. It really is, and I think maybe before the pandemic happened, that's one that we might roll our eyes at and say, oh, okay, yeah, I am, and moving on. But that's probably one of the biggest blessings and silver linings that this pandemic has really allowed so many people, I know for me and pretty sure for you, so many people that I know that have had to take last year and really use that time to be thankful for every day, be thankful for the blessings around you. And yes, maybe you didn't have a paycheck, maybe you didn't have a job, but there are so many other things in life to be thankful for, and we got to really appreciate what all of those things are. And now that's probably the most important habit that I have adopted and have really maintained.
Me too. Yeah, I think that it's very hard for anybody who's watching this to, and maybe we can speak to one person who's having a hard time right now, who lost a job, hasn't been able to find one that's comparable to what they had, and is struggling with finding the good. But you have to look around. Maybe somebody in maybe your family's healthy. You know, nobody got COVID, and your family's healthy. Be thankful for that.
Yeah.
And so Bill and we started a thankful journal. So one of our best practices that I can share is every day we write down 3 things that we're thankful for. And it can be something as silly as I could afford a Red Bull today. Or, it could be thankful for our home or that we have transportation to work.
Right.
But it's remembering those times, and then a year from now, if we are really having a hard time, we can look back and say, okay, let's revert back to all these things.
Yeah.
So it's a nice
that's really
way
beautiful.
of remembering. Yeah.
And what a great, not only just individually, a great exercise for you to do, but also as a couple.
Yeah.
I'm trying to picture myself pitching this idea to my
wasn't
husband.
easy.
And I'm just, internally laughing at how that might go. But
Yeah, I literally said, here's a journal, and I got it, and it's beautiful. Here's a pen, and we're going to write it every day.
Oh,
And I got a
that's
few
so
eye
sweet.
rolls.
Yeah, that's
But,
so sweet.
we take turns, and it's quick. It's not all night, but it's a quick little jot down. So.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I think that sometimes, statements like that, be thankful for every day, they can be so broad and big that it almost feels overwhelming to really to think about, okay, well, yeah, I know that, but how do I apply that?
Right.
So to me, in my mind, it's find the little things throughout the day that you can intentionally say, I wouldn't have had that moment had such and such happened, or I wouldn't have had that interaction with somebody, or I wouldn't have had that really amazing dish had that not happened, or that moment. Being very conscious of the little moments in life and just being so present in those moments and allowing yourself to think about, wow, had XYZ not happened this way, I would not have had that moment. I think for me, it's a lot of times with my kids of, oh my gosh, that little funny joke that my little Cooper just said, I wouldn't have had that. I would have missed that moment. I would have, missed getting, pummeled in the head by the little one. I don't know, I'm gonna remember those moments down the road. So
yeah. I think just making a conscious effort too.
Yeah.
Conscious effort to be thankful throughout your day.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
So.
Okay, so you need to pick up your card.
I'm going to. I'll pick up my card. I know that's bothering you. This is perfectionist over here. I got it, guys. I got it. I was actually
feeling that was going to
looking
happen.
at you, knowing that you're dying inside that I dropped my card. So, hi, we're Gladi and Laura, and this is what we do.
So, right. We may or may not edit that out later. All right, tip number 3. What is it?
We're keeping it. Tip number 3. Fit in the fitness. So exercise, I think that's so cute. Fit in fitness. Exercise can help to relieve anxiety. Those feel-good endorphins that follow a good workout are great. Am I right? When practiced regularly, fitness can also improve emotional resilience to make you better able to cope with familial stress and tension.
Okay, so while I'm good at giving thanks, I'm not good at the fitness part. I could be a lot better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you need to. You really need to fit in the fitness, Gladi.
Listen, we're in this new age bracket now, so we literally have to start walking and working out for our health.
Things are shifting and moving.
Things are shifting.
Hence
and
the cleanse.
Jiggling where you don't want them to.
Hence the need for a cleanse and starting fresh. But, this is an area that actually, historically in my life, was probably the one I was the best at.
Yeah.
Just being a dancer my whole life. And then I realized that after college and I wasn't dancing anymore that, oh, wow, I have to actually be accountable and take ownership of workouts and fitness, because my whole life leading up to that, it was you showed up at dance, you showed up at practice, you had scheduled workouts. I had to go and just do what I was told, and it was fun and enjoyable, and I didn't ever think about it as work. And then I entered a new era of my life where, I wasn't in that disciplined routine anymore, and now what am I going to do? And so I, over the years, just have adapted to what kind of workouts I have fun with and what gives me those, gives me those endorphins, but I have fun doing it. Running, not my thing. Sure. I've tried, I cannot run. I'm not a runner, but I just kind of figure out, I want to have fun when I work out. So is it a group fitness? Is it a video? I've turned into a really big video person just because you can pop in an awesome video that I love, and the commute
and
is...
just follow along.
Right, follow along. The commute is from one room to the next. It just has worked for me. And even when I was pregnant, trying to fit those in, that is a huge tip that I always tell other women when I find out that they're pregnant is don't stop moving. And I feel like that really helped me through both my pregnancies, stay positive and feeling good and having energy.
I've heard that before from
oh my gosh,
other,
I would
moms.
just go on like 1-2 mile walks, put the headphones in, and I genuinely think that helped me have really happy, fun pregnancies.
So when are you finding time now to work out? Because A, I don't find the time, and B, I just
that's been an issue.
Not one of my top priorities.
That's been an issue. Just as I've tried to, find the balance of the new normal. I went from pandemic mode. I was working out hardcore every day, and was just in great shape, and then back to work now. It's been a little bit more, on pause, focusing on work. And now, like last week, I would say I decided I've got to get this back into gear. And so, but I also find that maybe you can't do an entire workout every day. So pick something. Today I'm just going to do abs. Today I'm just going to do legs. Whether it's I'm standing in the kitchen with my arm on the counter, I'm doing leg lifts while my kid's telling me about his day. It's just figuring it out, like wherever you are. You can drop down and do some crunches and get it out in 10 minutes. So I just get really creative.
I need to take your advice then.
I read a blog, like a mommy blog, a couple years ago that is all about when you have to pick up the toys at the end of the day, lunge and pick up the toys all the way around your house, and you look like an idiot, but it really works.
Sense. Yeah,
it really works.
If you have to pick them up, you might as well do a workout out of it.
Yeah, it's really about getting creative with it.
Too funny. All right, number 4, right?
Number 4 is avoid self-comparison. This one is always, I think, a hard one for everybody. Comparison can take its toll on many people, resulting in lowered self-esteem or a lower sense of self-worth. So where do you think we have the most issues with self-comparison? Where do people probably struggle with self-comparison the most?
Oh, yeah. It's so easy in this day and age. It's social media.
It's 100%
it's so
social
hard.
media. Yeah.
And it's, you again, going back to making a conscious effort to be thankful, making a conscious effort to not pay too much attention to what you see on social media.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great content on there, but a lot of it is fake. And so it takes the enjoyment out of actually looking at different profiles or different social media because a lot of it's fake. It is hard
to really identify what's true, what's not. I think if some people are better with managing that than others, and I have definitely seen people that have, I think it's great when I've learned about or seen friends that have decided, I can't block it out. And I have recognized that it negatively affects me when I'm finding myself having jealous feelings or comparing, and those individuals have shut it off, turned off the accounts, and know that I can't do it. So that's a really, mature place to be. But then I feel like there are some people that they're kind of there, but they just can't shut it off. And so what do you do if you're in that position? It probably is, really look at why am I on social media?
I was just going to say, you're not busy enough if you're spending too much time comparing yourself to others on social media.
Yeah. And so it's, is there a particular person that's you're always comparing yourself to? Maybe unfollow them, or really decide what type of content is it that I want to get out of being on Instagram and LinkedIn, and make sure that algorithm is churning the content in front of you so that it's really, healthy content that's going to put you in a positive place when you're scrolling on your feed every day.
So social media, it's easy to say that's the first thing that people use to compare their lives to others. But in the real world, it's easy to do that too. Maybe at work, or maybe it's an employee or whomever. But again, going back to just being busy, I am too busy to even sit to worry about what Susie Q is doing virtually or in the real world. And if you're worried about yourself and your own performance and your own output, you don't have time to compare yourself to anybody else. And if you do find yourself in that situation, you've got to go look back and figure out what you're doing with your time. Get a hobby, right? Get another job, do something else. But there's not enough time in the day to be comparing yourself to anybody else.
Right, exactly.
And it's not worth it.
Yeah, start to really think about what else could you be doing with that time that you're focused on, somebody else, or focused on what you think are your shortcomings. Think about what your positive attributes are. And, just it's always hard we get in these ebbs and flows of having emotional ebbs and flows where sometimes we're on a high and something awesome has happened in our life and we feel a little bit more confident about ourselves and we exude that confidence. And then something negative happens and suddenly we're feeling a little bit of that self-doubt. We all have it, but we're probably also not going to share to the world, I'm having a crappy day. I'm feeling really badly about myself. But on the great days, we're probably shouting on the rooftops, I'm feeling great today, or this just happened, or I just had this, whatever awesome new thing happen. And so you just have to remember that. Everyone has the good days and the bad days. What are we probably vocalizing?
Right.
It's the good stuff. So don't just focus on what people are sharing.
After today, I'm going to stop comparing myself to you, Laura.
Oh, stop.
All right.
Yeah, right, because I'm sure that happens every day.
It used to. I used to be all of... No, I'm just
Don't
kidding.
believe it at all.
Go to number 5.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Okay. Reflect.
Oh.
Making time to reflect is a powerful thing. Take time to reflect on the past day or week and reflect on how you resolved problems.
Love that.
Yeah. That's, I think, also probably another area I've gotten better at this year. Taking the time to reflect.
And how do you physically, how do you even do that?
You know what? I was thinking about that this morning where I find that it's hard. I'm very in my own head a lot. I have a really active inner monologue, and I find that in order for me to cope with stress and get organized, I need to be alone and be able to block out the noise and just really focus with kind of what's going on in my head. And that's hard with little kids that are constantly hanging on me, climbing on me. That's very, very hard. And when I can find those moments I love to, in the morning, when I can sit there in peace and drink my coffee and put my makeup on. It's something that it's a routine thing for me to do because I've done it for so many years. I don't have to put so much focus on the steps I'm taking to put my makeup on because it's kind of just second nature to me. I can really sit and just think about, okay, what happened yesterday? How am I approaching the day? These are the things that I need to tackle. Or before I get in, I'm starting to plan my day moving forward. And I'm also thinking about what happened the day before.
Right.
And, just that's kind of my time, I think. Yeah. And then in the shower when they physically can't get in there.
You think they can't get in. They try.
They figure it, especially the little one. But, it's fine. What are those little mommy moments for me that I can just actually have that quiet?
Yeah, for me, it's the car ride home.
Yeah, that's another one.
And, purposely throwing my phone in my purse and putting it in the back so I'm not, trying to look at it or... at a red light, try to read a quick email, but reflecting, I've got 30 minutes to get home, so I use that time to reflect and figure out what I need to do for the next day or how my day just went.
Yeah.
That's a valuable time, your commute.
Yeah, the commute, that is such a great tip. And it's almost sometimes my husband will call me and I answer, I'm like, what? This is my thinking time.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about stuff.
I got these 30 minutes alone.
I'll see you in 10 minutes, And it's funny because the commute could also be, we know a lot of people that recently, with a lot of the movement that's happening, that are finding themselves in new work homes that are maybe farther than they were prior. They have a longer commute than they expected, and it's kind of the pros and cons of, yay, I find a job, but the sacrifice is it's a longer commute. I know a lot of individuals like that. But if you look at the positive side of that commute, they all have that opportunity to say, okay, I have an hour drive home. That's inconvenient, but I am probably also walking into my home a little bit more mentally refreshed and ready to embrace when the family all runs and attacks me.
Yeah.
The mommy, the daddy, because I just kind of had that clarity to unwind, really
Reflect
think
and
about the day,
decompress.
maybe make a phone call to whomever you want to catch up on and really decompress. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think with that is the fun game portion of our episode. All right, so today, Laura and I thought we would do a lightning round of wellness questions just to get a gauge on where we're at with our wellness.
Right.
So I haven't seen...
It's usually the let's embarrass Laura segment.
haven't seen her questions and she hasn't seen mine. So the real question is who's going to go first? Who's going to read first?
Okay, I'm going to start.
Shoot.
Should we go back and forth?
First. No, it's lightning round. So you read all of them and then I answer the questions as quickly as I can.
Okay, well...
Do you want to go first so you can see how I read them to you?
Sure.
Okay. It's easy.
Okay.
It's easy. All right, here we go. Lightning round, wellness for Laura. How many cups of coffee do you drink per day?
2, for sure, in the morning. Sometimes a third in the afternoon, depending on the day.
Cookies or fruit?
Cookies.
When are you most inspired?
Always.
What's your favorite exercise?
Abs.
Say a word in Spanish.
Hola.
Do you usually eat breakfast?
Never.
What do you do to relax?
That's a thing in my life.
That's an answer.
Jam out to music, drink wine. I don't know.
What's the first word that comes to mind when I say event life?
Hard work.
On a rainy day, would you prefer yoga at home or PJs in a movie?
PJs in a movie.
Da-ding, ding, ding,
Yay!
ding, ding.
Okay.
That wasn't so bad,
That wasn't
was
so
it?
bad, yeah.
You
no,
threw me
okay.
off with the hola, hola, but I figured you'd say that.
Oh my God. My husband walked in the door after his workout this morning. Now talk about workout. This he's got it going on with the workout
He's
situation.
always in beast
He's
mode.
always riding
Yeah.
his bike and doing his thing. And yeah, then there's me. He comes in the kitchen this morning and he says, hola. And my 5-year-old like that goes, ¿Cómo estás?
Oh.
It's a little blonde hair, blue-eyed nugget. And we had the funniest laugh this morning about how natural he just spit it out.
Oh.
But anyway, I digress.
All right.
Okay, your turn.
I think I'm ready.
How do you decompress after a long day?
Throw on the jammies and watch TV.
Spa day or beach day?
Ooh, beach.
Coffee or wine?
Both.
At the same time?
Side by side.
Movie or junk TV?
Movie.
All right, I need a vacation. Where are you going?
Hawaii.
All right, when you say, I just want to veg on the couch and eat, what are you eating?
Cheeto.
That's how she gets the bod, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not very wellness of me.
Cheetos. Okay, fruits or vegetables?
Vegetables. I love vegetables.
Okay. I feel like you were disappointed in me when you read that about me and like a get to know you. You like called me and said, why don't you like vegetables?
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but fruit better. Okay. Brunch or happy hour?
Happy hour.
And shoe shopping or home goods?
Oh boy. Shoe shopping.
All right.
Yay. Ding,
That
ding,
could be
ding,
like
ding.
that could be a toss up on any day.
Yeah, for real. All right, well, we've got 4th of July weekend upon us.
Yeah, we do. I forgot to tell you to wear your 4th of July outfit.
I know, I wore the wrong color. Whoopsies.
It's fine. I'm celebrating. She's not.
That's okay. Next time.
What are you doing for the 4th?
Nothing. beach, I guess.
I'm going to the beach
Yeah,
if you'd like
beach.
to join me.
Yeah.
We're going to the beach. It's been a little crazy at work, and I have like a couple days where it's manageable that I can sneak away. So we're
Perfect.
packing it up and going to the beach for a couple days.
Perfect way to decompress and relax.
Yes. And we're going to figure out how to make, just today, we're going to post this later in maybe not a blog, but even just on a social media post. Jen and Tonic, one of our innovators who does the awesome cocktail videos, you must subscribe to her on YouTube. Just earlier today, she posted her 4th of July cocktail. It's an adult snow cone. It's amazing. It's really cute. And per usual, it has a history lesson behind it about the 3 presidents that died
She's
on
amazing.
4th of July.
Oh my God.
And you got to check it out because
so
there
funny.
is a little symbolic toy garnish that she uses in this adult snow cone to symbolize the 3 presidents that died. So,
Oh my goodness, how funny. Can't wait to check it out.
yeah, you must check it out.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. And
We hope you have a brand new day. Happy 4th of July.